Actor Paul Giamatti's versatile career has earned him an Emmy Award and 2 Golden Globes. He's portrayed diverse roles in TVs and movies like Cinderella Man, John Adams, and Straight Outta Compton, all in a career spanning more than 20 years. Giamatti returns for season 2 of Showtime's hit drama Billions. He plays U.S. Attorney Chuck Rhoades, who is trying to take down billionaire hedge fund king Bobby Axelrod, played by Damian Lewis. In the season premiere, Chuck confronts his estranged wife after learning some troubling information.
I understand that we are in a temporary moment of separation and no longer in the mode of telling each other our day's events in detail.
No, if we'd been communicating that well before, we might still be together.
Are we putting that on me?
Half of it, at least.
But there were some things that really ought to have been discussed. Some things that I cannot imagine keeping to myself. For instance, if I had suddenly received a $5 million lump sum payment the same day that my husband dropped an investigation on the man making that payment, I might have managed to say something about it.
Paul Giamatti is back with us at the table. I'm thinking, Paul, they're going to have marital problems.
Oh, yeah, they're having marital
You have
problems.
such a distinct way, we were talking about you, such a distinct way of speaking when you're talking.
Well, this
Very-
guy I
like a
definitely
whisper.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this guy's got that kind of macho.
Yeah.
about
But you
him.
just said you've never played such a macho character.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
No,
How do you
definitely.
like it?
Oh, I do like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I
Yeah.
see the pleasure of it, absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally. He's a real can-do guy.
And he's a successful guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that
And
is that a stretch for you to play?
It is a stretch for me
Yeah.
to also play someone that's good at what they do. Yeah. It really is. Usually I play guys
And
that
he's
screw
saying
up
to
a lot.
and he's saying to the character, the hedge fund guy, mine's bigger than yours.
Absolutely, constantly.
They
No,
play
it's
that game the
absolutely-
whole time.
That's all. That's all the whole thing
I
is
find
about.
a lot of boys play that game, Paul.
Yes, a
don't
lot
you?
of boys do play it. Yes, yes. But as I say, I was never great at it.
Now, why are you picking on Bobby Axelrod?
He's a bad guy. He's a crooked guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's not a good dude.
It's such a great character that you
Yes.
play because
thank you.
because one, you're a terrific actor, but it's so complex because just as these guys were talking about, there's so much he wants to be him, he wants to beat him
Yes.
at every turn.
There's envy and jealousy, but then there's
Yes.
an actual drive to sort of do the right thing and take down a criminal too, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it's very complicated.
And how does his wife make it even more complicated?
Well, she works for him,
Exactly.
but all of that gets way more complicated in this season. Her working for him and all that stuff becomes endlessly complicated this season.
But why did they add on the part about the kinky sex and freaky deaky stuff? And now you're learning
And I'd say,
jujitsu.
why not?
Yeah, that's what I say. The kinky sex is, I think the kinky sex also is a good metaphor for all of this, like,
Exactly.
kind of like dominant, submissive behavior.
All that.
You like
Charlie, are you
the kinky sex?
Listen, Charlie,
Charlie,
you know,
speak into the microphone.
I'm with
What are
you,
you
man.
sharing?
I'm totally with you. I love the kinky sex. I think it's great.
I mean, the whips
too,
and
man.
the platform
Whips
shoes
and the
and everything.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
like-
walking on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. This season I get to actually, I learned jujitsu too.
Oh,
which is
yeah?
another
Yes.
kind
How
of
did you
like-
learn that? You went out and took some lessons?
I had to go take lessons. Yeah, they hired a guy who's one of the best jujitsu coaches, I guess, in the
And what does that teach you?
the world.
Yeah.
It's like wrestling. It's grappling.
Right.
But it teaches you how to win from a position of vulnerability. It's the slightest move. If you're on your back, the slightest move, you can win.
Now, does that have to do with the sex, or is that outmaneuvering Bobby Axelrod?
It's both things. Yes.
That's why the
it's
sex
both
is,
things.
and that's why the sex is relevant.
Exactly, it is why the sex is relevant, but it is a way to get Axelrod too. It's a different tactic for taking down.
Do we have your attention?
I know, we hate to
You
get
got
off this
mine.
You guys are completely
I'm
obsessed with
fascinated
sex.
by kinky sex.
Is it because it's this
I don't
early in
get
the
it.
morning?
I don't
What is
get
it? It's just early.
What?
for
You don't
guys.
wait.
I don't get
You
it.
don't really get it at all?
Not kinky sex, no. I don't
You don't
like
get
that stuff.
wanting-
Defines what
Tying
kinky
up,
means.
beating people.
No. You don't
Well,
have to do
that's what I'm
that.
talking about. They tie each other up, they beat each other,
It
they
is,
whip
but
each other.
it's not just, it's about something psychological. It's not
Okay.
necessarily just
You know.
the physical.
Let's talk about
Sex
white collar
begins in the-
crime.
Sex begins in the
I know.
mind, you know
Get
that.
serious.
Yes, I do.
I know.
Yeah.
And mine
Did you
can go
learn-
great places.
Did you learn something about Wall Street from doing this that you didn't already know?
That's good. I like
Talk
it. You're
about
really
white-collar
focusing
crime.
in.
Yeah.
Laser-like focus.
What can you tell us about Wall Street and
crime.
white-collar crime?
I mean, sure, to some extent. It was more the hedge fund. I remember reading about a lot of these big cases, the Galleon case and all those being hedge fund, crooked hedge fund guys. But yeah, you know, I learn about that and how the Justice Department works and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it seems like you're having fun with this.
Yeah, I enjoy the hell out of it.
It really does.
Yeah, no, it's a good show.
It says that you got into college. In college, you got into acting because you didn't think it would really be a career. When did that change for you?
Really? Is that what I said?
That's what it says.
I was not interested in having a career. That's why I got into it.
You just wanted to be a loser.
Yeah,
make your dad proud.
Yeah. I just didn't, I don't think I took it seriously. I didn't think it was something you could actually do. I thought like, or I could actually do. I thought it's not really going to pan out. It's a fun thing to do, but I can't actually do this. I think that's
Look
what
at
I meant.
you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
Look
so
at you.
I
how
lucked
many
out.
seasons are you signed up for?
I'm not actually sure. I mean, I think 5 is what you
Oh,
usually
really?
do.
Okay,
I
good.
think that's the standard thing.
Good, because it's so good.
Oh, good.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
It is. It's very good. You're
really
great
good.
at it. You're
Thanks a
really
lot.
great in this
And
role.
look, and Gail's not going to admit it here, but she does keep up the kinky.
Yeah.
All right, good. Yeah, I suspect you might be more into it than most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't admit it.
You should see what I'm wearing underneath this dress.
The only thing she objects to, take it from me.
Yes.
The only thing she objects to is pain.
Yes.
Everything else is
That's cool. I get
Take
that.
it from me. This is like from inside knowledge. Okay.
No, take it from me because I know her well enough.
Very
Now,
good.
will Paul
right.
will Paul
He's
have a role?
speaking the truth.
I'm one of the bridesmaids, and is Paul going to have a role now in the wedding? I mean,
Well, I would love for him to officiate, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah,
Just
be
your
great.
voice.
Really?
Do you,
Oh, yeah.
Charlie?
I would.
take Gail.
I will totally do.
Yes, he
That.
does.
I have to get
Thank you, Paul.
ordained first.
All right.
Then I'll do it.
in the
Paul,
control room,
congrats.
they are saying we got to go now.
Congrats.
Yeah, we got to dump out
Called
of
the
this.
Church of the Holy Rich.
Congrats, Paul Giamatti.
Thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
really
Bravo.
good. Love it,
Thank
love it.
you, thank you.
Season 2 of Billions premieres February 19th on Showtime.
Paul's
Division
running.
of CBS.
Paul is running.
No, I'm not running away.
Okay.
Great.